I'm Pickled Goat.
And if you don't know who I am,
you'll just have to watch the video to find out.
My main titles include stuff like Dead by Daylight, Fallout, and other spooky things that I enjoy.
Some of my main titles from this year were Fallout 76, Dead by Daylight, and World of Warcraft.
This year, benchmark 400 followers on Twitch.
So this year we benchmarked 900 followers on Twitch. On TikTok, I have 7,247 followers. And on Instagram, I have 2,787 followers.
That the following, especially within this last year, has been really engaged and really excited to meet me in chat and my Discord to see how I'm doing. And when I ask everyone how they're doing, they're way more interactive.
Oh my gosh, I was so nice about everything last year. I feel like I've had such a greater opportunity to know my community back this year. There's been so many people excited and dedicated to showing up for me, and it just makes me want to show up for them as well. So it's been such a pleasure to get to know so many people in my community and play games with them, chat with them on a daily basis.
The Pickled Goat Farm Discord is my bread and butter, and it makes me so excited that so many new people have been able to join the Discord and find a group of people to play games with.
I still love the community Discord with a serious passion. It has grown so much this year and has turned into a serious hub for the community, and I love that. But I think my favorite thing this year, growth-wise, if I'm just picking one thing, would probably be the growth I've seen on TikTok, just because I've been able to meet so many people because of my content on TikTok, both in person and online. And I just had no idea what community was waiting out there.
I lost internet for 2 months about, and that was such an annoying time and frustrating time because I felt right off the bat that this was a sign that maybe I should just stop streaming, because at this point I was averaging maybe 3 to 4 viewers, and I just felt extremely uncomfortable 50% of the time on stream.
It honestly makes me so sad that she was having such a hard time with this. I wish I could go back in time and tell her that it gets better and that everything gets better, but I don't really feel this way anymore. I don't feel like I have to perform when I get on stream. I don't feel like I have to be someone else, and I think I was struggling with that a lot last year. But I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like I've actually grown into such a genuine version of myself this year alone that when I'm on stream, I am just the way that I am. And if you don't like that, that's okay. But I'm just going to be who I am. And I don't know why it took me so long. It took me 5 years of streaming to figure that out. It took me 5 years to honestly come out of my shell and just be who I wanted to be, just be who I am. And it's okay to just be who you are on stream. And if people don't like it, that's okay. You don't want to cultivate a community of people who don't like you for who you actually are, because then you're just creating a false reality of all of these people who think they know who you are and they're dedicated to you, or they're excited about you because they think they know who you are. And then once that mask starts to break and slip, then you're just going to crash and burn. So it's better to be genuine in the first place anyway. The most exciting thing I did as a creator this year would be attending the Goodsprings Fallout event in Goodsprings, Nevada. It was a goal of mine in the past to start going back to IRL events, and so I just bit the bullet and decided to go, and ended up putting a cosplay together and had the opportunity to meet so many amazing peers and people throughout the entire weekend. It was such a good foray into going back into those IRL events. I was so surprised that people actually recognized who I was, and it was definitely a different feeling having people ask me to take pictures with them. And I am so thankful for that opportunity. Who are some of the content creators that I have met this year? This one's really tough because I've met so many different people this year. But some of the people I've spent the most amount of time talking to or with IRL are Onyx Props for sure. I feel like we had been talking back and forth so much about the Goodsprings event, and then we spent so much time like actually looking for each other at the event, and then we spent like the entire weekend hanging out, which was awesome. I feel like I've spent a lot of time talking to Haxo Courier too about a lot of stuff just in the Fallout community. He's like the biggest hype man ever. I also had the opportunity to make a cutout of Haxo to bring to Goodsprings. One was a little bit later in the year, but Zio Kyo, I was introduced to him a lot through Onyx, and then we kind of hung out with him a lot at Goodsprings, and he's just such a fun person IRL, so I definitely wanted to give him a shout out.
I'm really excited about how the community has been growing over the last year and all of the new people that have joined the PGF in any capacity.
I feel like my biggest accomplishment this year is finding balance in between all of the different types of content that I make. I feel like I haven't grown like this way this year. I feel like I've grown this way this year. It was no longer, oh, I am just streaming on Twitch and I will post clips every now and then when I have time. It's now I've figured out how to balance streaming, YouTube uploads, TikTok uploads, Instagram uploads, and what's even more impressive, I feel, is that it's not the same content. If you're following me on TikTok, you're gonna get a lot of informational stuff, whereas over on Instagram, you're gonna see all of my cosplay, IRL, real meetup, how-to videos that all have to do more with IRL crafting versus in-game education. So I think that's my greatest accomplishment, finding a way to balance all of that, finding a way to at least touch on all of these different areas of content that I enjoy making without totally going insane.
I was laid off from my job. They were closing down a lot of remote positions, and I was not only mentally stressed, I was financially stressed, and I was having such a hard time again asking myself the question of, do I prioritize this? Do I put any time into this streaming idea and dream that I have right now?
2024 version of me needed a serious hug. There's no other way around it. 2024 version of me needed a serious hug. There were so many wild things that happened last year that I look back on this year, and honestly, watching and rehearing all of the issues that I went through last year, I don't even want to complain about a single issue that I had this year. 2024 was rough, was so rough.
In 2025, I really want to prioritize playing games that I enjoy, create content for YouTube, do more cosplay and do vlogs and stuff of me going to conventions.
I think all of my goals from last year were met except for posting more full playthroughs on YouTube. I feel like I've done most of these well. I went to IRL stuff. I started doing more blog type content. Definitely prioritized making content and playing games that I enjoy. I have felt so relieved this year. I didn't feel forced to play a single game, which was awesome. I think some of my goals for 2026 would be don't lose sight of what actually matters to me, which is cultivating a really good, healthy online community of people that truly want to help and support others, building a community that truly cares about each other at its core. And of course, I feel like some of the other goals that make the most sense would be continue just being myself and being so genuine with my community and not being scared to be that genuine person, IRL, in person, online, in a voice call at all times. And I think some of my other goals are to try to branch out this next year. I have genuinely loved diving into the Fallout community, and I think it's fantastic. I don't want to get burnt out of Fallout like I did with Dead by Daylight. And so I really want to make sure that I'm allowing myself other games as well and not being scared to try out other games. What is my message to my 2026 self? Continue being yourself and loving what you do. The second you stop loving what you do, stop doing it. Don't do it anymore. It's going to burn you out, and then you're just going to be sad and miserable. So I hope you guys have a fantastic end of your year. I hope you guys have an amazing start to 2026. I know I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. But of course, you guys, until next time, take care of yourselves, do all of the good things. And of course, everyone, until next time, stay goated. Bye.